What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, the Bad Diggity Diesel, back with a rare Saturday New York Giants video. Just a quick shout out to Authentic, She Got Sports, and OGR Sports. Thank you guys and gal for coming on the channel last night and doing the Giants Roundtable. That was awesome. We had a lot of fun. If you guys didn't check that out, please make sure you go back. Watch the replay of that. You can subscribe to all three of those great content creators. Links are in the description of the live stream. And we raised, I think, $600 for Salvation Army. I'm pretty sure that's about where that was last night. So thank you, everybody that donated last night. Like I said, 100% of the proceeds went to Salvation Army. That means the world to me. Thank you so much. And, of course, huge shout out to the Sports Fury because they started that charity, and I just happened to get involved with that as well. So huge shout out to them for doing what they did. So thank you guys as well. As a great cause. I really do appreciate you guys giving me the idea. So thank you. And as always, guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do me a favor, man. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. I try to do as much Giants content as I can, do Yankee content. I do live streams. I do live games. We just do have a lot of fun on this channel, so I hope you guys will subscribe. Ring the bell. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description. I will follow you back. I want to talk about Joe Judge. As I've been talking about Joe Judge. Why wouldn't we? I love Joe Judge. Joe Judge is the man. And now there's this whole thing about how the rivers ran deep for like 3 weeks, and there was all this tension and everything between him and Colombo, and Joe Judge did this, and Joe Judge said that, and this is all Joe Judge's fault, and he's the guy, he's the bad guy. I'm going to tell you guys something about the New York media and the media in general. Number one, they lie. I don't believe anything I heard in this story about how Joe Judge was the bad guy. I'm not going to believe that for 1 minute. I mentioned this on the live stream last night. I'm going to mention it right now, okay? To me, this was the problem. I also heard that Mark Colombo got upset because Joe Judge started to get involved in the offensive line and trying to help them out. Joe Judge came out in his press conference and says, I'm not going to be the offensive coordinator. I'm not going to be the defense coordinator. I'm not calling plays. I'm not going to get involved with the tight ends coach, the linebacker coach, quarterback coach, whatever, the offensive line coach. He's not going to get involved. I'm the head coach. I'm going to oversee everybody, but they're all going to do their job. When Andrew Thomas's line coach came out and said, why is he not doing the same things that he did at Georgia? Why is his technique completely different? All of a sudden, you saw the line change. I acclimated that to Shane Lemieux playing next to him, but the deeper we got into this, I believe that Joe Judge at that point decided he was going to get involved in coaching the offensive line. Mark Colombo didn't like that. And that was why you saw the offensive line start to improve, including Andrew Thomas, who has been much better over the past few weeks, because Joe Judge probably told him, unlearn everything that Colombo taught you and go back to what you do best. Okay? No, I don't know that for a fact, but I do know that the media loves to rip on Joe Judge. And why? Why do they rip on Joe Judge? It's the same reason that they rip on Daniel Jones. Now listen, Daniel Jones has had a poor season so far. He's turned around the last 2 games. Let's hope he continues to improve. But even when Daniel Jones had great games, when he made the first pass we ever saw in the preseason game against the Bears, he threw a perfect dime. I don't remember who the receiver was that caught the ball. It might have been, it wasn't Golden Tate. Names escape me. It might have been Cody Latimer. I don't remember the guy that caught it. Perfect pass. Chris Carter said it was lucky, right? No matter how good Daniel Jones played, the media always ripped him. No matter how good Joe Judge coaches, and no matter how good the Giants will be, the media is always going to have a fit with Joe Judge. And why? Because they immediately came out. You had guys like Shannon Sharp and Emmanuel Acho, who continues to talk crap. Emmanuel Acho was nobody. He was a nobody player in the NFL. How these guys even get analyst jobs is beyond me. Some of these guys have no idea what the hell they're talking about. I've said this before. I don't watch ESPN. If you want, if you want real content, you want real stuff, go to YouTube content creators. They're going to tell you a lot more than these guys. The media don't like to be wrong. These analysts don't like to be wrong. So when Shannon Sharp comes out and says, oh, Joe Judge's style ain't going to work in the NFL. These players aren't going to put up with that. They're not going to put up with that. They're not going to play for him. And you see them playing hard for him every week and being competitive every week and now starting to win games. That makes them look bad because their take was wrong. And it's the same thing about Daniel Jones. They all laughed. Said, this guy stinks. This guy's nothing. This guy's Ryan Tannehill. Not that there's anything wrong with Ryan Tannehill. He's actually played well. He's a no-star recruit, blah, 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 blah. But when Daniel Jones looked good, oh my God. Well, we can't be wrong. That's why the media is hard on Joe Judge. That's why the media continues to stir this crap up, because that's what they want. They want a reason to belittle Joe Judge, even though he's obviously got the Giants playing the best they've played in 3 years. And it is a fact. So that is my problem with the media and the story. Joe Judge could be rough on his players, and I got no problem with that. Stop being a damn baby. These are NFL players. These guys get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars. More money than we could possibly fathom. Right? I work a 7 to 4. Most people on YouTube do. Work 7 to 4s, 8 to 4s, 9 to 5s, whatever it is. We work jobs to pay our bills, to raise our kids, to put a roof over our head and food in our mouths and clothes on our back. We work for that. You telling me you've never got reamed out by your boss? When you get reamed out by your boss at work, do you go and cry in a corner and complain and do all this other stuff? I know I haven't. I've been reamed out a couple times in my job. I messed up, in whatever. I didn't go cry. I put my big boy pants on and I fixed the problem so that didn't happen again. That's life. So Joe Judge is hard on these players. Oh, well, grow a set. Get tough. Grow some thick skins. Okay? I know I talk about this all the time. I call this the participation trophy era. Right? Oh, you tried. Here's a trophy. Not when I was growing up. Second was last. Second was the first loser. That's just the way it was. So maybe I'm wired differently. But to me, these players are playing hard for Joe Judge, and I like that. I like that these players do have a thick skin. Now, I also read or heard that Joe Judge lambasted Andrew Thomas in a practice, and Mark Colombo stuck up for Andrew Thomas. And I don't like that either. Mark Colombo needs to stay out of that, okay? Andrew Thomas has been messing up. Now, he's played a lot better. I don't know if that's Joe Judge putting a bee in his bonnet or whatever, or again, Joe Judge getting involved with the line, but Andrew Thomas has played better. Some guys need tough love. That's just how it goes. I don't want a guy that goes and cries in a corner if the coach yells at him. I don't want a team full of divas. I want those guys who are going to punch you in the nose for 60 damn minutes. That's what Joe Judge said he was going to have this team doing. And guess what? This team is starting to do that. Right? This is why we all love Joe Judge. This is why we all believe in Joe Judge, even though we're only 3-7, and we started off 1-7. Even though we had some heartbreaking losses, and guys are like, we don't know how to finish. We didn't know how to finish. When you start winning these games, you're going to know how to finish. You're starting to learn this stuff. It's a very young team. It's a very young head coach. You're going to have your trials and errors. You're going to have your ups and downs. It is what it is. But the one thing that I love, and the one thing that everybody loves about Joe Judge, win or loss, his team plays very, very, very hard for him, and they're very competitive. I mentioned this in the video yesterday, talking about Joe Judge and Bill Parcells. Parcells was not endorsing Ben McAdoo or Pat Shurmur. This team would have got blown out with those guys as a head coach. I always say this, and it's fact, and I don't care what sport it is, if it's basketball, if it's baseball, if it's hockey, if it's football. The team takes on the persona of its head coach. If your head coach is lazy and doesn't pay attention to detail and is soft, that's the product you're going to put on the field. That's what we saw 2 years of Pat Shurmur. If you're a hard-nosed guy and you pay attention to detail and you want your guys to succeed and you're hard on them and you give them that tough love, guess what? They're going to go out there and they're going to be much tougher. I want tough football players. They're football players. I don't want babies that can't take a little bit of constructive criticism. That's just me. But that's my take on Joe Judge. That's my take on this whole story with Mark Colombo. And that's my take on the media. Don't ever believe anonymous source. I could be the damn anonymous source. You could be the anonymous source. Don't believe an anonymous source at any point. I don't like that anyway. If you're going to say something about somebody, own it. Don't cower, okay? You're not in the damn mafia if you're in the media or you're on a team. You're not in the mafia. So you don't need to be, you don't need to go into witness protection. You got something to say it. And don't say it to the damn media either. Say it to the person's face. That's just how it goes. You should do that in life too. You got something to say about somebody, say it to their face. Don't say it behind their back. What's the problem? What's the problem? Plain and simple. But that's my take on it. Again, guys, if you made it this far, I really do appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Again, please hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Share the video out because, hey, YouTube hasn't been doing that. My notifications are pretty low. But I really appreciate all the support you guys give me. The channel is growing pretty rapidly now, and I really do appreciate that. I know I owe all that to you guys and girls. So thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. And, hey, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'm going to go watch some college football. It's the Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I am gone. Peace!